All right, let's talk about Brock Purdy and the San Francisco 49ers, who had a game that I don't know how many people thought would end up being this close against Tampa Bay. Definitely special teams kind of let Tampa Bay hang around. But really the biggest reason I think why the Niners were still able to win is I thought Purdy played really well here. So I wanted to make a video breaking down what I thought he did well and what I think this team is doing well. With, again, losing Brandon Ayuk is a big piece of their team. Being able to kind of survive this injury, it's not going to be the easiest thing in the world, but they're managing, or at least they did manage against Tampa Bay. Let's talk about what Purdy did well. Something was just a play like this, which really goes to show what makes Purdy so effective in the NFL and why he's able to continue to have success with the 49ers. Because this is Juwan Jennings running a one-on-one matchup against what's going to be a pretty good corner in Tampa Bay, Zion McCollum, having a really good season. You see this out route, essentially a one-on-one matchup on a 3rd down and 9. When Purdy takes the snap, you're going to notice right here, so there's a little bit of space underneath, but it's not a lot of space. Because again, Zion McCollum's aware where the 1st down marker is, but he also is aware you can't get burned deep down the field for a touchdown either, right? And Jennings is doing a really good job at running this route as though he could be doing several different things. What I love about this play from Purdy is how well timed it is. Watch as Purdy, puts that one right on the money, throws it at a perfect time, and McCollum just can't get over there in time because it was, essentially the second that Jennings was cutting was when Purdy was letting the ball go out of his hands. And when you time things that well, that's how you can convert on a 3rd down and 9. So plays like that go a long way. That adds 3 points to the game in a game they won by 3 points. So these are important plays. Of course, plays like this literally go a long way. This is a zone coverage concept that Tampa Bay is going to be in right here on a 2nd down and 5. So you for San Francisco, hey, they love to beat up on zone coverage. Shanahan really good at scheming this stuff up. They're going to have a couple receivers run those routes right there. Kittle's route more of a setup, as then Ricky Purcell will kind of follow him, hopefully get open over the middle. When this play begins, you see it is schemed up well. They are able to get a window. And again, with the timing that Purdy, shows off here, he is throwing this one exactly when you want to throw it. Because you let it sit for just a split second longer, that would give Tampa Bay time to potentially get back in position and cover up this route. No time to do it. Purdy, really accurate throw. Again, this is a great play by Ricky Purcell, great schemed up play by Shanahan. All of that has to be mentioned. But at the same time, it's really good stuff here by Purdy. It just is. And him being able to run this offense effectively is how they nearly won the Super Bowl last year. Now, we got to talk some negatives. They're still not doing a great job in the red zone. And part of it is they're not running the ball as well this year. Obviously, losing McCaffrey is going to be a factor there, although Tampa Bay did a pretty good job at shutting down McCaffrey in this game, but you'll also have to wonder how much of that is just McCaffrey not being 100% yet. Regardless, there are other issues in the red zone, right? This play is an example. It's a one-on-one matchup with Ricky Purcell, and sometimes you just need guys to win in these situations. Brandon Ayuk wasn't known for being a red zone threat, but he did have 7 touchdowns last year, and also he's someone you have to pay attention to, can give easier matchups to other guys in this spot. That's kind of what they're doing here, is looking for an easier matchup. When this play begins, you're going to notice that this is, Purdy throws this one, and it's just not really open right here. It's good defense for sure, but at the same time, this is Josh Hayes, a 6th-round pick, who's just a depth piece because Tampa Bay is injured there. This is you would like to see San Francisco have a guy who can just win in these situations. Had San Francisco been able to convert on more of these red zone situations instead of having to keep kicking field goals that we're missing, they could have gotten off to a much bigger lead. This could have been a blowout. As you see, this is not a bad ball by Purdy. Gives his receiver a chance while not putting the ball in harm's way. I have no issue with that throw. I have no issue with that decision. It's just got to start hitting on those plays if you're San Francisco. That being said, heading over here, probably the biggest play of the game was someone hitting on one of these plays for San Francisco. So the Niners are currently down 4 points, and in theory, if you don't convert here, okay, kick a field goal, make it a 1-point game, but we all know that's no guarantee. So they want to get the ball into the end zone here. Purdy takes a snap, and this is a really well-blocked play. Tampa Bay tries this sort of exotic pressure, does not work out, so, good job by San Francisco to pick this up. And Tampa Bay's had issues rushing the passer this year, but still, this is more than just a good pick up and a good pass blocking play. This is an absurd play. I'm 5 seconds into the play, and Purdy still has a clean pocket. In fact, he ends up abandoning it just kind of because he feels like it's time to abandon it. Fires one down the field. This is, okay, is there a window? I suppose so, but not really, right? I mean, this is not an open play. But the nice thing is for Purdy, push it down the field. Either Kittle makes an incredible catch or it's incomplete. That's why he's making this throw. And what happens? Well, he makes a great throw and Kittle makes an unreal catch. I mean, there's great wide receivers who can't make that catch. Kittle being a tight end who can make that catch, it's unbelievable. So, again, we saw this from Purdy. When the team needed him to make plays, he was able to make plays. When Kittle, they needed him to make plays, he was able to make plays. Got to talk about this play if I'm bringing up how well Kittle played in this one, because he was a force. This is going to be a designed rollout towards the bottom of the screen. There's a couple of options. However, when Purdy takes a snap, Kittle is going to be the guy he decides to flip the ball to underneath, which makes sense. Now, this is looking to be pretty good for San Francisco. If Kittle keeps running, he can pick up the first down. You see Levante David. This is, all-pro linebacker trying to chase him down. Watch Kittle juke him out. So, okay, already got through one All-Pro, but now a different All-Pro, Antoine Winfield, the safety, is in position to make a tackle. But watch Kittle just run over him, and then other Tampa Bay players had to bring him down. I guess if you're an All-Pro, you don't want to be near Kittle, because, that's crazy. That's two All-Pros. He just kind of dummied on that play. Pretty crazy stuff by Kittle. And again, that was a huge play in that game, right? At the time, they really needed a play like that to kind of flip the field. I believe this actually led to a missed field goal, but still a very big play for the 49ers. And then also something like this, which is, 31 seconds left. So again, a lot of turmoil going on with San Francisco. Game they were favored to win by a decent margin. I believe it was 5.5 points. Find themselves tied with 31 seconds left. But if you can, get in field goal range, potentially have a chance if Jake Moody can make the field goal, always forgiven. Hey, you win the game. If not, things could get to be a bit of a disaster given how competitive the NFC is this year and how competitive their division is this year. Long story short, Purdy needs a play. Ricky Purcell is the guy he's going to look towards. It's a one-on-one matchup. Again, trying to look at a favorable matchup here. Watch as when Purdy takes the snap, he looks over in Purcell's direction, fires, and it's honestly not horrible coverage here. It's not the best coverage you'll ever see, but it is going to take a good throw for this to be complete. But again, it's well-timed, it is right on the money, and they're able to pick up the completion that was ruled a completion. The fumble happened after Purcell hit the ground, and they're able to, continue moving the ball down the field. That was kind of the big play that allowed them to ultimately kick the game-winning field goal, and they made it this time, and were able to, go into Tampa Bay and pick up a win. Say what you want. It's not easy to win on the road. They're able to do it. And again, for Purdy, last year, kind of the whole narrative was, okay, yes, the numbers are great, but you watch him and it's like, okay, the offense is certainly being a big driving force. Purdy isn't having to do a lot of it on his own. Now we're seeing him do stuff on his own. We're seeing him be a big reason why this team is being so successful. I think he's having a really good season, even if the numbers are lower. I think that's more about the situation than about him. I think he's playing very well. I've been very impressed with him this season. I was very impressed with him against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's what I think. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.